Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coin Lady channel. There is a reason I am excited about the world of cryptocurrencies every single day, even on days when, maybe it's just sideways price action through that, and that's because I know what's coming, if not in every single detail, then, at the very least, I have a very strong suspicion that XRP will soar to a new all-time high enterprise discovery at some point in the future. So, I sit tight and wait. And it makes it enjoyable even on the days when progress is slow and incremental. Having a stake in the outcome and keeping tabs on the situation are all that is required. And what are whales doing right now, in the short term? For weeks, they've been accumulating XRP. Check this out from a purely cryptographic perspective. Here's the big question that's been brewing. How is it that the rate of infection among whales has increased to 52 million XRP in just 2 weeks? One of the neat things about this is that they reference other observations of similar behavior, including one from this year. Because, as I've said before, what you observe are the buying habits of whales, who I believe, on average, to be financially more savvy than the average retail speculator. Large investors, or whales, can be observed buying in ways that differ from those of the average retail speculator. In most cases, they don't make purchases and sales at the same periods. And the last time we saw something like this, we saw the price of XRP go blasted up in short order. In fact, right now we're seeing it again. And this comes at a time when the outcome of the SEC versus Ripple case is imminent, providing even more fuel for the fire of really good stuff. Also, it is not the year 2022. Everything about this year has been amazing. I am aware that the last several weeks have been relatively dull for crypto in terms of price action, but this won't persist forever. In this video, I'd also like to give the opinions of trustworthy chart experts on the current state of the crypto market. Those are the two main areas of expertise of mine. Please understand that I am not a financial expert and am not offering any sort of financial advice before we go any further. Nothing I say is correct, so you shouldn't use it to buy or sell anything. I'm just a fan who occasionally posts videos to YouTube regarding crypto-related subjects for kicks. XRP whales, defined here as addresses with 10 to 100 million XRP, have been increasing their holdings since May 7th. Over 52 million XRP have been acquired from these IPs. At the time of publication, we had already reached $22.9 million. Since XRP has broken its long-term resistance level at 46 cents in the past 3 weeks, they have made purchases. I should also mention that at the time this was recorded, 1 XRP was worth around 47.5 cents. Some market watchers have suggested 46 cents as a potential resistance point above that price. So, when this happens, just think of a tenfold increase in XRP's value. If only it were the case, the whales with the surplus assets would be worth hundreds of millions. Something keeps going. Using information from the Sentiment Behavior Analytics database, accomplished chartist Ali Martinez brought the accumulation campaign to public light first. Ali claims that the patterns of accumulation show that these whales are optimistic about XRP, they enjoy studying on-chain metrics, and their purchasing habits and goal attainment are merely doing good job. According to the sentiment table, the addresses had a total of 4.02 billion XRP, amount at time of publication. On May 7th. Since then, this sum has increased by 13%, and as of May 26th was at 4.5 billion XRP, or nearly $2.3 billion. Following a coordinated selling effort that began on April 12th, cumulative bounce suddenly spiked. And now, Philip, here's where things get interesting. Behaviorally, we've seen this before, so pay attention. This sell-off began while XRP was mired in a protracted consolidation phase after the previous surge ran out of steam. Up until May 7th, when it was replaced by the current accumulation trend, the selling off continued. It's worth noting that a similar pattern of accumulation was seen in the past, just before XRP began the surge that skyrocketed to a high of 58.5 cents on March 29. These whales' accumulated XRP increased from 3.61 billion on February 17 to 4.42 billion on March 9, powering the subsequent Solara, so there you have it. Since the whales are selling off their stock or consolidating their purchases, the price is falling. This happened earlier this year, when XOP's price surged to $58.50. Plus, I really enjoyed myself there. Just take everything as it comes and have fun with it. Those times are great. And, yeah, it has decreased somewhat since then. And what have whales been up to once more? It's not like they don't believe XRP will surge much farther down the road. But they are attempting to play the market. That's how they roll, so to speak. Therefore, many investors have given up and sold around 58 cents, and the price has dropped to the low 40s again. No one has any idea what they're doing. I don't think it's a good idea for them to make such weighty financial decisions based on their feelings, but that's their prerogative. Those splashy, aquatic AF mofos out there, the whales, are more than willing to buy the trepidation of the retail speculators who are weeping themselves to sleep. It's a sad fact of life. But, it's a well for them. As a matter of fact, I don't even try to hide the fact that this is a core tenet of my plan from you. I've seen this kind of behavior from these live retails before. They are the ones who set the value of assets. My investment strategy relies heavily on the assumption that individuals will carry on behaving in the same foolish ways they always have. After all, it is precisely this kind of behavior that creates the volatility that investors want. And if there is something to crypto, which I don't think there is, the price will continue to rise. So, I'm grateful for those I half-jokingly refer to as useful idiots. Simply put, it's absurd. We often base substantial monetary choices on intangible feelings. And every single one of us is guilty of doing it. You've made equally stupid choices as I have. I don't mean to be poisonous, but let's just say what needs to be said. These individuals are acting like helpful idiots as if they have the truth on their side. They can get educated on the issue, improve, and eventually cease their behavior. They can do whatever the hell they want here, though. What do you guys think? What I mean to say is that whales are in the know. Look at all the stuff they're buying. After that, where do we go? Do you have any thoughts? I think it's very obvious that prices will begin to rise again at some time. Maybe it won't be too far off from now if we're merely extrapolating from the past to form plausible predictions about the future. This is a side note. And now, from the Daily Huddle, analysts predict Bitcoin will surge 150% this year, potentially breaking the record high set in 2017. Personally, I think it's great. In my opinion, he performs an excellent job. Furthermore, he has confidently predicted that Bitcoin would reach a new record high this year. I can't say for sure if he's right or not. On the other hand, minorities aren't always wrong. Sometimes they are, and I hope he's correct, because he's one of the few guys out there who thinks. We shall see, but I respect his courage in expressing what may prove to be an unpopular view. After all, if you're charting on crypto and you're incorrect about something, you're going to get hammered on social media. I'm relieved I'm not a lawyer, since predicting prices is not something I'm interested in doing. It's not something I'm ever going to do. No way, no how. I have no idea where prices are headed. I tend to think in broad strokes. More capital will be invested in the asset class over the long term, as I predict it will have done in the stock market. However, unlike the stock market, investing in cryptocurrency is a lot more exciting and interesting. So, have a look at this. A prominent cryptocurrency analyst predicts that Bitcoin will hit new highs this year. If history is any indicator, Bitcoin's 340,600 Twitter followers won't want to miss any reliable crypto hints that this year could see a new all-time high. Credible Crypto suggests Bitcoin can repeat impulse waves like the one seen in 2020, when prices struggled for months to break through a critical resistance level before breaking through to new all-time highs. And before I recite it word for word, I should mention that, as I've already mentioned, this isn't necessarily going to be accurate. Big bangs are all you hear while prices are moving steadily lower or sideways. Those things will never occur. Holy crap, that's... Where do you stand on this? We're going to reach a Bitcoin price of $70,000. We're having a hard time maintaining a position in the 27,000s. I can't believe you're telling me we'll hit 100,000. Until it actually occurs, sight is always an impossibility. That's not how crypto investments have worked before, is it? This seems implausible. A sufficiently rare XRP coin will cost $456 at this rate. Just 40. It's 40. My opinion is currently worth 47 cents. 47, a penny and a half. That's completely insane. I don't see how it could possibly be worth $5. I don't see how $10 could ever be justified. It seems impossible to get another dose, but then it does. But again, with so few people working on crypto and so few people encrypted previously. Over 5 years have passed since XRP's previous peak. That occurred with hardly any human intervention at all. If more people are joining and XRP is gaining ground, that's promising. I mean, what the hell do you anticipate will occur? Right? So now I'm going to make a wager. In my opinion, XRP's value will skyrocket from its current level. I can't say for certain that that will occur. Every time I say that it could be zero. Perhaps I'm mistaken. Fine. Possibly I'll lose it all. But I don't think that's the most likely outcome by a long shot, so as for the future's course, consider what a credible crypto said. This is an exact quote. Keep hearing, how can we reach a new all-time high before the end of the year? It's impossible about where I think we are now compared to our last impulse of 2020. It's important to remember that it took roughly 3 months to complete the support/resistance flip and retest at $10,000. After 2 months, we saw a 90% rally to new highs. Just 6 months after completing the support/resistance flip and retest at $10,000 and over 500% higher, we hit hard peak for the impulse. Don't tell me it can't be done when it's been done before. Hopefully, we'll both reach new academic heights this school year and we can celebrate together. And so as Paul's note he is talking about Bitcoin there, and I'm happy to see that because Bitcoin leaves the market anyway, happy to see that all of my other currencies are a little bit homeless 30 cryptocurrency, so presumably they're going to follow simply basically speaking here. Similarly, XRP adheres to the similar principle. From its low point in early 2017 to its high point in early 2018, XRP had a staggering 80,000% rally. From a half cent up to $3 or $4, depending on how high it went. This has already transpired. It's illogical to assume that there won't be a large gathering where people's faces are melted off, even if the turnout isn't 80,000%. However, I will state that there is a new course being taken that will astound everyone. Indeed, why not? You know, it's funny how things seem impossible until you wake up one day and realize, well, they actually happened. That's the way it is, after all. And sure, it's taking longer than we'd want, and I doubt it would have taken this long otherwise. In fact, I suspect we would have seen a new record high by now if not for the SEC suing Ripple, destroying more pillars. Let's say goodbye for now. It's because of what they did, though, that I've had to wait longer than I would have liked. I've decided to wait as long as it takes since I'm confident in my position. In the future, I anticipate XRP's value will skyrocket to new heights. That's what I'm betting on. We'll see what unfolds. As of this writing, 1 Bitcoin is worth around $26,440. To go back to the all-time high of little over $69,000, set in November of 2021, we'd have to increase by more than 150%. Bitcoin's price action in 2023 will reportedly change significantly from that of the preceding 3 years, according to reputable crypto analysts. Another quotation from a handful of interesting points are underneath. First, the black support/resistance level at $25,200 has not been fully retested. Keep in mind that in 2020, we spent $10,000 on a reading test. And with the information below, you won't have to take the test again. It's possible, though, that the local low for this retest hasn't been entered just yet. If the thesis is correct, the negative consequences should be minimal in comparison to where we are now. Second, while we know that history does not always repeat itself, it does often rhyme, so we should not expect an exact time plus price link, but rather comparable movements. Third, the rate of ascent you're seeing now should be the slowest rate of ascent of this entire move to a new all-time high. As described in other updates, the ascent on impulses only gets steeper as we move into a parabolic advance. So, give that some consideration. Price-wise, 2023 has been a blast so far, but I predict that the rest of the year will only get better for Bitcoin, XRP, and many other cryptocurrencies. But what he's pointing out is, and this is normally what happens in cycles, is that the individual candles will get that much bigger looking on charts. This is exciting to see what we've seen so far. What we've seen thus far is just the beginning. As exciting as the enormous jumps have been so far, the point is that you can expect an even bigger one after that one, and another one after that one. The idea is that that's the way it works, too. The charts I'm referring to look like hockey sticks during the parabolic spikes, with no sign of slowing upward momentum for the foreseeable future. This is why a quick return to the previous all-time high is not only possible, but predicted, crypto experts say. If this is the start of a significant impulse, it would be interesting to compare the ranges of the two previous impulses of this cycle, $3,000 to $14,000, and $1,000 to $60,000. The more into quote we go, the larger the candles appear to be. Again, there's a lot to anticipate. Many exciting prospects await. Nobody in this room is more up-to-date on crypto and XRP news than the rest of us combined. I'm spotlighting the whales since they are among those who believe XRP will be used more frequently in the future. Not sure how you feel, but I see a bright future ahead for XRP. From a legal standpoint, I anticipate that being a game changer in the not-too-distant future. That's what I think, anyway. In addition, the bear market has ended. And crypto seems to be absolutely correct. And just think, this coincides with a moment when ambiguity in the law is likely to be at its weakest. The rest of this year, I believe, will be very interesting. I anticipate a lot of thrills. Whatever the outcome, man, I'm here for you. No, I don't give out financial advice. Nothing I say should be used as a basis for a purchase or sale. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.